Plaintiff Autumn Cooper is suing her boyfriend's ex-wife for emotional distress. Autumn claims the defendant filed false reports with the Department of Child and Family Services, accusing Autumn and her boyfriend of abusing the defendant's daughter. Defendant Rebecca Schroeder says she called the DCFS because her daughter came home with a bruise on her forehead and claimed that Autumn had hit her. Rebecca's countersuing for harassment.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding.
Hello, Douglas.
Hello, Judge. Please be seated.
All right, the plaintiff is suing her boyfriend's ex-wife for emotional distress, and the defendant is countersuing her ex-husband's girlfriend for harassment. So you're the ex-wife, you're the girlfriend. Are you the husband?
Ex-husband.
Ex-husband and
Yes.
boyfriend.
Yes.
Maybe you ought to sit in the middle. All right, Autumn, state your case.
Okay, well, first of all, I would just like to say that I think the only reason we're here today is because she is still obsessed with my boyfriend.
Your Honor, that's a lie.
That's a lie? Okay.
Okay, well, I met Sean in September of 2007, and he was telling me this story about how he was going through this horrible divorce and how his ex-wife was pregnant with another man's baby and how she
When
left.
he was still married?
That was a lie, too.
That's a lie, too?
I was not pregnant at that time.
Okay.
And how she left their daughter to move to California with another man.
Where's your child that you had with the defendant?
She's actually custody with her parents.
Whose parents?
Hers.
That's a lie.
Oh, that's a lie too?
I have full custody.
That's news to me. I've never gotten any paperwork.
That's news to you?
Yeah, I've never heard
Let
she
me
has
ask you, when's
custody.
the last time you saw your baby?
I get her every other weekend. So,
So when you get her on the weekend, where do you get her from? Does she drop out of the sky or
no,
you go pick her up?
I go pick her up, and
Where?
she's with her grandparents.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, when I actually met him, he was very depressed. He still talked about her a lot, and he still had a lot of feelings for her, and it was pretty obvious. When she came back to Illinois is when this all started. The first day or so that she got back, she's calling him, and she's inviting him to parties. He's living with me.
That
She
was
knows.
a lie. I never invited him to parties. I was
When you left, where did you go, Rebecca?
to LA
To do what?
to go start a new life.
Did you know someone in LA?
Yes.
Who?
My son's dad.
The boyfriend.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, when she came back, she was calling. Then a week or so later, she actually showed up at her house, and she runs up to him and puts her arms around him and is rubbing his back. She knows that he's got a girlfriend. And I actually just found out I was pregnant with my son at the time.
How old are you?
I am 20.
You're 20. And how many children do you have?
I have one son who's 9 months old, and I'm due to have another baby in 3 months.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, she's excited to see him. She's showing him pictures of
Did
her.
you see this?
Yes, I was actually
Did you
sitting.
hug him and rub his back?
I gave him a hug because I was, telling him I'm here. Why?
Where did you do this?
At his house.
So you give him a hug at her house.
Yeah.
All right.
How else would you greet your...
Your ex?
Yeah, I mean...
Some people do it with a gun. Some people do it with a machete.
I'm not that cold-hearted of a person, though. I mean, we have a daughter together.
That's very adult. Okay.
Okay,
So you
so-
didn't like it. You're looking out the window. She's hugging
Actually,
your...
yes. As crazy as that sounds, I'm
Doesn't
pregnant.
sound crazy at all.
I'll admit, I was very hormonal. I'm pregnant again. I'm hormonal again. It happens.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So actually, I was around the whole time he went through this battle with her, trying to get visitation. She didn't want him to have her at all. She's brought him back to court, I'd say, at least 6 or 7 times.
You brought him to court 6 or 7 times?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you hug him when you haven't seen him in a while?
It was we were battling during custody and we were battling for child support.
So you have custody.
Yes, I have sole
And
custody.
he has visitation.
Yes.
All right. Is that accurate, Sean?
Yes.
Okay. So there's nothing to battle about. He's got to pay child support, does he?
No.
Are you paying your child support?
I have an order to. I just actually recently lost my job.
What were you doing, Sean?
I was a telemarketer.
All right. You lost your job, so get another job.
Yeah, I've actually been looking.
That's a lie.
Where do you want to look?
Anywhere.
All right. We've got all kinds of applications on your way out. We're going to give you some, okay?
Great.
McDonald's, You know, it doesn't matter. Burger King, Popeyes. You got a child with her, you got another one on the way, and you have another one.
Yes.
So you got 2 with her. How old are you?
22.
Oh my goodness, you got 3 kids already. All right, go ahead,
I
sit
actually
down.
have one of the motions she sent.
All right. You want to show it to me?
This was her trying to get an order of protection against me. It's basically showing, like, from the beginning, she didn't even know me, and she just really did not like me. And there was no reason except for the fact that I was with her ex-husband.
That's a lie.
Is residing in an unsafe home for the child to be there is a safety hazard and the psychological damage is occurring on account of defendant's girlfriend. Now, did they give you an order of protection on this?
No.
Of course not. You didn't allege any facts. What are the facts that you would have to allege or that you were alleging that's not included here that says she's unsafe?
She was meddling in between mine and my ex-husband's business and getting into the middle.
So how is
What's
that
to get in the
unsafe?
middle of? You left the guy. He's got visitation. You're supposed to get child support. What's she meddling in?
She's controlling what happens. Me and him would have arguments.
About what?
About him not paying child support. Go
to court. Don't argue with the guy.
I have gone to court, and the judge has told me the only thing I can tell him to do is give him the roster to find a job, and all he's doing is billing arrearages.
If he's not paying child support, they can send him to jail. It's not up to you to harass him and say, I want the money. You go to court, you get an order, you get a garnishment of his wages, and if he's not working, then you let the courts deal with it. Stay out of his life. Okay? It's not up to you. And by the way, if for 1 second you think that you can withhold visitation because he's not paying child support, don't even think about it, because he's got that right. All right? It's over between you and him. You divorced him. Let him go.
Meddling, I also have helped Sean many times pay his child support because I love Sean and I love Haley and I don't want the problems anymore. I want them to stop.
How old is Haley?
Haley's 3. She just turned 3.
She okay?
Yeah, she's fine, but I have a question. If she really truly loved my daughter, why would she come home with a bruise on her forehead saying, Daddy's girlfriend hit me?
I actually have a text message of that day that she picked up her daughter, sent me a text message to our phone saying that Haley said she fell in the swimming pool. And then 10 minutes later, the police were calling me saying that I threw a toy at her, and DCFS was at our house the next day threatening to take my son away, and I could not find a job.
Let me ask you this. What do you mean you couldn't find a job?
I had just finished school to become a certified nurse's assistant.
Right.
I worked very hard. I had a newborn son, and it was very hard for me to leave him every day and go to school. I just finished June 18th, June 22nd. I have a case for abuse, and I cannot work with the elderly until it's closed.
Oh, hogwash. What do you mean you have a case for abuse? She makes a complaint to the Division of Family and Children's Services, or CPS.
DCFS.
There's no public record of that, Autumn.
Well, I actually was filling out many job applications, and I read there was one that they had a sheet that you could detach it and take it home and read it. And it says, if we find out you are under investigation for abuse, negligence, neglect, and they named a lot of things, then you will either not be hired or be terminated immediately.
That's a lie,
You
Your
know
Honor.
what? There is no record of that. As a DA, I couldn't even get the records of the Division of Family, Children and Family Services unless I sued for it or unless I subpoenaed it. Some employer can't get those records. So don't blame you not being able to get a job on the fact that she made a complaint. If her daughter comes home with a bruise on the forehead, she should make a complaint.
Right, but
she's saying that you said that your daughter said she fell at the pool?
I have a text message
Let me
right
see
here.
the text. Is that what you sent, Rebecca?
I honestly don't remember what I
How
sent
could you
that
not
exact
remember if
day.
your daughter's got an injury? Really, that's funny because she didn't have it before she left and she just told me she got it in the swimming pool. I think you need to quit lying to me.
They have several text messages that are harassing from her.
I don't care about the harassment. I only care about Haley. Did the Division of Children and Family Services make a finding against her for
I have
injury?
the whole report.
It
if you
was
would like to see it.
unfounded, but I did take our daughter to the emergency room that night when I
hope
called
so.
DCFS. And I have the hospital papers here stating that she had a contusion on her head.
I don't think there's any question. When she left Did she have an injury on her forehead?
Yeah, when she got to our house, she did. And she told us that her Bubba did it, which is her brother that lives with Rebecca.
Well, Sean, stand up. Well, what do you got to say about this?
It was actually, my mother had picked her up because I was working a temporary job.
Right.
And then my mom actually told me that she had the bruise, and that Haley told me, my mom, and Autumn that her brother did it at home.
All right. And what did you do about that?
I actually called her mom and asked
Whose
her.
mom?
Rebecca's.
All right. So you called Haley's grandmother. Mm-hmm. And you said, what's going on? Bubba's hitting Haley.
Yeah, and she says that they wrestle all the time, that her brother will actually come out of nowhere and just tackle Haley.
Your Honor, they're kids. My daughter is 3, my son is 2. They have children, they should know. When kids play together, sometimes they get rough.
I'm not going to call DCFS on you and say that you're abusing your children.
If you would let me finish. Before my daughter left, I have school Saturday. I'm going to school right now. So with my mother picking her up, the last time I saw my daughter was Saturday before I left for school. Because I get her.
So you don't know if she had a bruise when she left your house?
She did
Is that
not
what you're saying?
have a bruise.
All right. Why are you suing her?
Because for the hospital bill for me having to take my daughter to the ER over the bruise on her forehead.
Why are you suing her? Why don't you sue your husband, your ex-husband?
Because she brought this lawsuit up in the first place. I don't even know why she's suing me. Emotional distress. She's causing it on herself.
I have another DCFS report that was filed.
By her?
By her, saying that I was bulimic. I'm 300 pounds. I was pregnant, saying that I was bulimic. That her daughter was coming home with frostbite and cigarette burns on her feet. And like, why didn't she bring her to the hospital then? If she was
Do you have a report that accuses
I don't.
you of
I have
that?
the paper that it's unfounded. And my boyfriend, we tried to get the report, but they said it's been too long. We can't get the full report.
Did you make another report?
I made 2 DCFS reports. The first one was against my husband. It had nothing to do with her. As far as I know, what I told them has nothing to do with her. It was about him abusing and neglecting our child. I did not once mention her in the first DCFS
She told them I was bulimic.
Let me ask you a question. Instead of making a DCFS report, if you think that your ex is abusing your child, why wouldn't you go to court and make sure that the visitation is canceled?
I tried. His mother bought him a lawyer. I am a single mother of 2 children working and going to school.
You know what, Rebecca? I'll tell you why I don't buy that. I sat in the family court for a while, and you know, if someone tells me that there's an abuse of a child, no smart-mouthed lawyer is going to convince me that there is or isn't. In fact, I want the lawyers out of the way to find out what the truth is. All right? So don't blame it on a lawyer. If you think that your ex is abusing and burning your child, then you go to court and you get visitation stopped, you get home visits and everything else. I'll tell you what I have here. What I have is a woman who can't get over the fact that her husband's with another woman, and I think you're a little too emotional, and as you say, you're too hormonal. Cut the complaints, all right? Stop complaining. You divorced him. It's over. He's got another family. And Sean, start being a man and step up to her and tell him to stay out of it, because you've got 2 kids with her, 1 on the way, and you've got a child with her, and you're the father here. Be the man of this family and stop them from fighting each other. Nobody gets any award. So ordered.
I broke up with Sean because he was using drugs all the time. He was neglecting our daughter, and he was lazy, and he didn't want to get out of bed and look for a job and take care of his family.
She told me to leave, and if I seriously wanted to be with her, I could have come back, but I chose not to, so I see it as I left her.
Me and Sean's relationship is none of her business. Sean and Haley's relationship is all she needs to worry about now.